Hi everyone, I'm Barry Stagner and this is his channel Newsbreak. Devastating Easter bombings in Sri Lanka were retaliation for attacks on mosques in New Zealand. And as Sri Lankan officials said on Tuesday, the Islamic State has now claimed responsibility for the coordinated blasts that have killed so far 321 people, leaving over 500 wounded, some with catastrophic wounds. Islamic State's claim, issued on its Amaq news agency, came shortly after Sri Lanka said two domestic Islamist groups with suspected links to foreign militants were believed to have been behind the attacks at 3 churches and 4 hotels, which wounded over 500 people. Islamic State gives no evidence for its claim, and the government has said at least 7 suicide bombers were involved. The initial investigation has revealed that this was in retaliation for the New Zealand mosque attack, Junior Minister for Defense Ruran Wijewardene told Parliament. He did not elaborate on why authorities believe there was a link to the killing of 50 people at 2 mosques in the New Zealand city of Christchurch during Friday prayers on March 15th. A lone gunman carried out those attacks. Wijewardene said 2 Sri Lankan Islamist groups were responsible for the blasts early on Sunday during Easter services and at high-end hotels when they were serving breakfast. North Korean leader Kim Jong and Russian President Vladimir Putin met on Thursday in front of the Russian Pacific port of Vladivostok to discuss the international standing over Pyongyang's nuclear program, a Kremlin official has said. The visit is part of Kim's effort to build a foreign support after a breakdown of a second U.S.-North Korea summit in Vietnam in February meant no relief on sanctions for North Korea, analysts have said. The summit will be the first between Putin and the North Korean leader, and the nuclear row and how to resolve it would be the main item on the agenda, obviously, and Kremlin aide Yuri Yushakov told reporters just that. In the last few months, the situation around the peninsula has stabilized somewhat, thanks in part to North Korea's initiatives of stopping rocket testing and closing its nuclear test site, Yushakov said. Russia intends to help in any way possible to cement that positive trend. The North Korean Central News Agency said on Tuesday the visit would happen soon, but did not elaborate on a time or location. Kim's chief aide, Kim Chang-son, was seen in Vladivostok on Sunday, according to South Korea's Yonhap news agency. Vladivostok is the closest major Russian city to the short stretch of border that Russia and North Korea share and can be reached from the border via train, Kim's preferred mode of international transport. Russia has for years been involved in efforts to persuade North Korea to give up its nuclear program. It was involved in so-called 6-party talks along with the 2 Koreas, Japan, the U.S., and China that were last held in 2009. South Korea's foreign ministry said it understood the agenda would include Russia-North Korea relations, denuclearization, and regional cooperation. Russia shares our viewpoints, such as the achievement of complete denuclearization on the Korean peninsula and the settlement of permanent peace, Foreign Ministry spokesman Kim Il-chul said in Seoul. I hope that the summit will be an opportunity that contributes to positive progress. Well, we do know during the last days there are going to be efforts to bring about that utopian peace on a global state that will finally be achieved, at least for a moment, during the tribulation, giving us today's reminder to keep looking up.